Patriots are preparing for quite possibly their last showdown with Rex Ryan's Jets Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Let's discuss three key areas to a Patriots victory for this road showdown that could ultimately lead with the Patriots having a first-round bye and, by the end of Monday night, possibly the #1 seed in the playoffs. Number one, emotion, start fast, be ready for whatever Rex Ryan wants to throw at you. Because again, it's probably going to be the last home game that he ever coaches in New York, and his players love him. They're going to fight for him, and the Patriots have to at least match that emotion, if not exceed it.
The last thing you want to do here is give that team any life, any hope early. They gave it to the Dolphins, but the Dolphins were so pathetic that, it just didn't matter. This team, it might be a different story because they are playing for Rex. The Patriots, again, the last 3 games, just have kind of been sluggish early on, offensively in particular. It would be good if they, start out fast, do what they were doing during their 7-game win streak, put points on the board, drive after drive, points. That'll help take a lot of the energy out of the crowd for one, and maybe start, taking a little out of the Jets, who, ultimately are only playing for Rex, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think what you hit on there is probably the #1 area of concern for the Patriots, at least as they prepare for the playoffs, getting back to those fast starts. And if they do that, they can bury a Jets team that has nothing to play for. And, really, if they get into the second half when the Jets are down by multiple possessions, it's hard to see them really sticking with the Patriots team that has everything in the world to play for. So we'll see if the Patriots can A, bury the Jets, and B, settle something that has kind of plagued them for a few weeks now. Number 2, stop the run. That was the biggest concern in that Week 7 game when the Jets fell 27-25 here at Gillette Stadium. But one key area here is a difference between then and now. The Patriots are coming off of the Bills game when Gerard Mayo went down for the season. They had 3 practices. They were all walkthroughs. They said communication was a huge issue in that game, and they didn't have a chance to really go out and tackle anybody because they weren't in pads. So we'll see if that really was the difference between the Patriots' run defense then and what they have really done a good job to solve now.
Yeah, collectively, the Jets gained over 200 yards in that game, and Chris Ivory had over 100 yards. It is different, and they have different personnel. Alan Banks is here.
Alan Branch.
Alan Branch. Banks? Yeah, Alan Branch is here. It's just a different feel. They're playing so well together. Dante Hightower is just leading this team, calling the plays in place of Gerard Mayo. They're so much more in sync than they were that week back in October, 2 months ago. So it will be interesting to see. The Jets are going to run. They're ground and pound. That's what they do. They don't want to throw the football all that much. They don't want Geno Smith to throw it that much at all. But the Patriots, if they stop the run, they will force Geno Smith to throw the ball. That's what they want to do.
Yeah, and that leads us into our third key. Continue getting after the passer. This Pats-Jets matchup, the talent disparity is up here and down here. You could go any number of directions for a third key, but I think as the Patriots prepare for the playoffs again, continue to get after the passer. They've done a great job of that in the last couple of weeks. Chandler Jones was a huge reason for that. Last week, he again drew double teams on about a third of his pass rush snaps, so the Dolphins were treating him with respect. He still beat some of those, created pressure. Akeem Ayers' playing time dipped a little bit, but with Ayers, Chandler Jones, and Rob Ninkovich, I think they have their best group of 3 pass rushers, at least at defensive end, as they've had in years.
Yeah, and it was interesting to see how, they actually got Ayers and Chandler Jones on the field at the same time. They moved Chandler inside and put Akeem outside, I think.
They did.
And it worked. It was great, and it was good to see Jones back. And he looked good, for missing 6 weeks with a hip problem. More time, more snaps, get him back into the groove, although, as I said, it didn't look like he had missed 6 weeks.
It really didn't, and that was a big topic of conversation here as we were discussing this injury for the 6 weeks plus the bye week that he was out, is they don't want to rush him back too early, and it was a significant injury. He started the injury, he was on crutches, he said. So, but with the way that he came back, playing 55 of, I think it was 78 snaps, again, a huge majority of the snaps, 20 of 21 plays on 3rd and 4th down. The Patriots threw him out there for the important downs, but they also had him out there in just about every situation. So I think they did play it over cautiously, or overly cautious. I think that's a better way to put that. So again, it looks like they have him in a good place.
Without question. And as I said, we like what we saw from McKee Mayers, who filled in admirably for him. Yeah, his snaps got cut down, but we still saw him, and he was out there with Chandler Jones in pass rush situations. So it's like the best of both worlds.
Chandler Jones has sacked the Jets, or Geno Smith, 5 times in his last 3 games against the Jets. He also sacked him a bunch of times in college. So we'll see if Chandler keeps that momentum going on Sunday to see how the Patriots handle those 3 key areas. You can follow our work on the Blitz blog and BostonHerald.com.